days.
Without a program like this, kids would be suffering. Honestly, that's what would be happening. Kids would be suffering.
It might be summer, but kids in our state aren't getting a break from hunger. Today, the Community Renewal Team of Hartford launched its summer meals program with the expectation of serving 35,000 meals to children between now and August. Food insecurity has become a huge issue. It's something that's always been around, but became much worse during the pandemic.
During the normal school year, pre-COVID, kids would be in school, in a classroom during the day, and then they'd get to go to a cafeteria as a part of their day to go get their breakfast, get their lunch if they need it. During the course of the pandemic, when schools were essentially off limits to families and to children, and kids were having to learn from home, what were they doing to get access to food? Right? And so we know that there was just a huge problem throughout the course of the pandemic with people making sure that they had access to healthy, nutritious meals. That's why CRT is very, very proud of the fact that we can do this program every summer.
All right, take a look. These numbers are from 2019, before hundreds of thousands of people lost their jobs during the pandemic, and they're still pretty alarming. Feeding America says in Connecticut, there were more than 109,000 children facing food insecurity. In other words, they're hungry and don't know how or when they'll get that next meal. That's a rate of about 15%. Now, the data for the past year isn't out yet, but you can imagine how much worse it could be. So let's break this down to find out why kids are going hungry. Well, Feeding America says the average meal in our state costs $3.39. So for one child eating 3 meals a day, that's over $10 a day. And to feed that child every day of the year, which you need to do, we're talking more than $3,700. And if you're lost your job or are making minimum wage, that's not an easy lift. And that's why the Community Renewal Team and some other organizations are making sure food is available, pandemic or not.
I think we're going to see the need continue to be pretty steady, if not consistent with what it's been like during the course of this past year. There is a lot of trouble locally here in Connecticut and really nationally when you think about it, in terms of the fact that people who have lost their jobs, they've lost income, they're struggling financially at home, they're trying to figure out how to juggle the bills, and they're trying to figure out, what are we going to pay for? Are we buying groceries this week, or are we going to pay the electric bill? And we don't want anyone to ever have to make that decision.
Now, the Summer Meals Program is available statewide. The food is free, no questions asked. Just call 211 to find a pickup site near you.